actually, I ran into this article, Wired just put it out, I think the last couple of days ago. They said, and it was talking about how people in Washington are referencing Larry Ellison as the shadow president of the United States.
Oh, it's kind of like Obama in the Biden years.
People thought that it would be Elon, but Elon's kind of like pushed aside
He's
because,
been cucked.
well, he wanted to get too involved. He wanted to be too vocal, but Larry Ellison is more of a guy that just moves chess pieces but doesn't get involved.
I can see a Larry Ellison elbowing Elon just like Trump elbows other. Like, be like, bro.
Yeah, get out of the way.
You're late to the game here.
Yeah.
You don't understand
How this works.
You got it. You don't understand how this works, brother.
Yeah. Elon, you have your projects and they're cool, but I have the network within. I'm already in bed with the same people Trump are in bed, which are the Saudis and the UAE, the Emirates.
Yeah.
And I'm already working with
all the Five Eyes.
Tony Blair and their project. I'm already in the know. I already have the data centers. You need my data centers. I already have the data centers.
I almost feel like you're absolutely true. I almost feel like Elon's rise and fall was essentially him rising, getting to the door, knocking, and Ellison opens it.
He was already there.
He's like, bro.
Dude, you're late.
Dude, exactly.
You're late. Thank you for your contribution, Czar.
And that is why Elon lost his shit. Because he was like, I got to the pearly gates. I was there.
Yeah.
And I knocked it. And this motherfucker was
already there.
He was already there.
Already hanging out.
I bet that was it.
I think so too.
I bet. Yeah, Elon, you thought you could touch the ring of power? Please. No, there are greater powers at play.
Because Larry Ellison was there day one at the inauguration.
Yeah, he's an old man too.
Yeah, 81 years old with a 33-year-old Chinese wife.
Hey.
And he is kind of has his hands in everything. We can't stop talking about Larry Ellison now. That guy just almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it seems
we knew of him.
Yeah.
But he was not as in front of everyone as he is now.
It's almost like the veil has been pulled back a little bit and we're like, ooh, the mastermind is not who we thought.
And I saw people, like even like super MAGA people are like, like, do we really need to get in bed with Larry Ellison? I'm like, dude, he is like full inner circle, totally weaved into the presidency. There is no President Trump without a Larry Ellison.
Yeah.
There's no getting in bed.
They were in bed before you even knew who Trump was.
They are literally working as one unit. Why? Because they're involved in every single major project that Trump is working on. Larry Ellison is also involved in. Like, oh, maybe we shouldn't get in bed with this guy. Dude, what are you talking about?
So
the biggest investment that they were talking about is this investment, the $500 billion to create these data centers. That was a day one announcement.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't get in bed with him.
If you remove the political veneer, like just remove all the political veneer and just leave it to straight up hardcore objective business, nothing Trump and Ellison and Thiel and all of these guys are doing is this is not new territory. These are not novel ideas. They're just businessmen.
Yeah.
Who are like, homie, you got lots of money? Homie, you got lots of money. My other homie, you got lots of money. We can make and compound our money together. There's this political apparatus above us, but fuck it. Nobody ever gets caught for anything.
No.
And if I tell you you're going to use digital ID and the digital ID system that you're going to use is my homie, you're just going to say, yes, sir, can I take some more? That's how it is.
Trump, Ellison, Tony Blair,
Thiel, Gates,
they're all in the same crew.
Yeah, Fauci.
They're all working together at this point. Yeah. There is no like, oh, maybe they're not.
They're just businessmen who want to make exorbitant amounts of money, and they have the means and ways to do it, and they have the inside track to do it.
And complementary businesses and industries that really are harmonious in an interesting way.
Yeah, and so it might seem like I'm being an apologist for them and defending. No, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying this is what business people do.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like let's be intellectually honest, Matt. If I was in Peter Thiel's or Ellison's or Musk's position, you know what I would be doing? The exact same thing I'm doing right now, which is except there would be 5 more zeros at the end of it, right? Than what I'm dealing with, right? That's the only difference, is that I'd be doing the exact same thing, wheeling and dealing, except the check size would be in the billions instead of the 10,000. Right? I don't blame them for that. But at the same time, the problem is that their decisions, unfortunately, incur the wrath of millions of people. Or maybe not incur the wrath, but the point I'm trying to make is they make decisions that affect millions of people's lives.
Yeah.
That's the differential. It's like, yeah, I can make a lot of money here, but 500,000 people are going to be displaced. Oh, no. Well, do it anyway. I mean, like, people don't give a fuck.
I mean, the digital ID is there to track and monitor the population. In the United States, now we have federal troops, and all of the cities are going into your city, coming to a town near you.
Mm-hmm.
You are designating the people that are protesting as terrorists.
Yep.
And now you have the NSA and the CIA that's able to get involved. They're able to track DHS, whatever. You have Peter Thiel, who benefits greatly off of all those contracts of tracking and surveilling terrorists.
And Ellison has said on tape that everyone will be on their best behavior because his systems are in play. Has he not said that?
One collects the data, one processes data, one
surveils the data, and then one exacts punishment, crime and punishment.
And one enforces
the feds.
data.
The feds have to enforce it. That's
It's really a marriage that really seems to be working out for them.
It's pretty tough. The wheels are greased.
The grift is good.
Oh, money's good. The cow is milking. I like it.
And on top of that, they're going to take over TikTok and Paramount and Warner Brothers and CBS and CNN.
So let me ask you this. I have this inkling of a feeling. You correct me if I'm wrong. I have this inkling of a feeling that TikTok's going to suck ass now. Like, I don't know why I feel that way. It's not like I'm a heavy user of TikTok, and I actually don't spend more than a couple of minutes on it per month, really just uploading shit. But I feel like it's going to turn into a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
Facebook is all American, and Facebook is absolutely dog shit. So I feel like TikTok's going to end up the same way.
Yeah. I mean, people know what's going on. I think you're going to see an exodus of people from TikTok. You can't be on a social media app that literally the government is monitoring and controlling and regulating. That's crazy.
It kind of ruins the fun. Like when back in 1993, when you were on the phone with your homies and you knew your parent was on, it wasn't a fun conversation. Mom, get off the shit.
Click. I'm not here.
Peter, I wasn't on the phone. What are you talking about? It's like, Mom, I heard your click.
Well, not only I want to add one more player into this mix. So you have all those guys, the Ellisons and Thiel and etc. Enter Jared Kushner.
That name, we've heard that name before.
We've heard that name before. And he is involved in like all these deals. Him and Silver Lake, they are involved in a lot of these deals, and people don't actually talk about them very much. Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund just did a buyout of EA. And in that deal is Silver Lake, is Affinity Partners, which is Jared Kushner. And Silver Lake also bought WWE and UFC.
Yeah. So Dana White is now owned.
So these few groups of people literally own everything that we consume now. They're taking all of it.
Yeah.
It's all the same group of people.
Yes.
Which is the extremely pro-Israel.
Why do you gotta say it like that?
Because that's what they're known for.
Oh, okay.
Jared Kushner.
That's true. I mean, he's not Israeli or anything, right? Is he?
He's definitely a Jew. And because he's a Jew, Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, transformed, converted to being a Jew.
Evolved?
Evolved.
She evolved into a Jewess. Okay. Yeah, that seems disconcerting that once again the pattern is being exacted, that these Jewish overlords are once again taking over more reigns and power.
Well, it's not just Jewish overlords, because there is a part of the Middle East that funds the entire thing also.
But they're Semites too.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia to start his fund. He got $4.8 billion this year from Qatar and Abu Dhabi, UAE.
I'd love a radio guy to say that about me. Man,
and then
Saddington got $2 billion from UAE. Man,
$4.8 billion. So the UAE Emirate Abu Dhabi MGX fund gave money to Jared Kushner. They also gave $2 billion to Trump for his crypto project. And they're also involved in the TikTok project.
Oh, man.
And everyone's like, oh, look, Abraham Accords. Well, what happened with the Abraham Accords? They normalized the relationship between Israel and these two countries.
Yes.
It's kind of all like this web is just all connected.
So let me put this in juxtaposition. I got a lot of DMs over the last couple of days of people saying, Peter, we appreciated you losing your shit and saying, what the fuck is going on with Charlie Kirk? Because everything seems crazy. But then, so everything seems crazy in the mainstream. But yet, today's podcast has been quite orderly. Don't you agree? Don't you agree that today's podcast, it seems like everything's slotting into place for Ellison, for Musk, for Thiel, for Trump, for the Jews, for the media companies, for the entertainment companies. Like, it seems like in our world of social, everything's all over the place. Everything's scattered. Like, it's hard to make heads and tails of anything. But it seems like in the infrastructure of what's going on, everything seems to be going according to plan. Would you agree?
You take control of the largest political youth organization in America. You take control of where the youth are hanging out, TikTok. You take control of how they consume their media, Paramount, Warner Brothers.
Movies.
Entertainment. You take control of the sports they like to consume, WWE, UFC.
Yeah. And we already know mainstream basketball, football has already been co-opted, so that's already long gone.
And then you take control of the data in which people consume it and what they're doing online. You call people terrorists and domestic terrorists, and you mobilize the troops to enforce that behavior.
And digital ID is coming.
And they're like, oh no, they're gonna push back against digital ID. And I saw this. Let me see if I can find this.
Man, the plans are being exacted with perfect precision. Like, so we're all running around here with our heads like Chicken Little, with our heads cut off, going, the sky's falling? What's going on? But yet it seems like there's quite an orderly fashion in which things are being implemented. And it seems like they're getting not a whole lot of pushback in all of this execution of these plans. It's almost like Agenda 2030 is
on its way.
It's right on time.
I want to send you this.
It's right on time.
This tweet, Will, that I read.
Amazing.
By our boy Red on X. And I don't know if you can put this up, Will. It says, let me put this digital ID into perspective. Everyone in the US is already being primed for digital ID, but they pretend they don't see it, or maybe too ignorant to understand it. Your SSN is your root key. It's basically a persistent identifier that links tax credit, employment benefits, background checks, etc. Physical tokens, think of it, your state IDs, passports, driver's license. A lot of you use to get ID verified here on X through Auto 10 Ticks, which is an Israeli company. Again, these are some of your physical tokens. Federated access layers and live attestation. These are all your biometrics, face IDs, phones, etc., all your bank logins, TSA scans, Easy Pass, credit cards, social media accounts, healthcare portals, employers, just to name a few. So digital ID isn't coming here. It's already here. The only step is consolidation into one stack, which is already being done. Through the years, we all traded privacy for convenience, safety. Deal with it.
I've said that shit before. You've heard me say that. That's what we do. We trade privacy for convenience.
That's what we did.
I closed my eyes and listened to everything you just said. And what you have just said is what I have mentally assented to, and I hate bringing it up. Which is, I have already unlocked and given the powers that be everything they need to lock me down. Already.
Everything they have it. All they got to do is take the data that they have,
put it all in one system,
and then just consolidate it.
Yeah, consolidate it, aggregate it into one system, and all they need is that Apple toggle that goes from blank, click it, to on.
I was going to say, it sounds like your Apple Wallet, right?
Yeah,
That's all they need.
You've been enabled, Matt.
Enabled.
But
turned it on.
Dare
I
you
use Apple Pay.
Dare you ever
my Apple card
go off the reservation, Matthew? Because if you ever go off the reservation, the shadow hand might click the on toggle to off. And then he'd be hanging out with the SARS.
All the same people, all involved, all exerting control, surveillance, power.